What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with more Danmachi news. And today we are going to be talking about all the stuff that is coming to the game, and we're going to kick it off with Familia Rush. Familia Rush is dropping tomorrow, guys. Familia Rush is absolutely dropping tomorrow. If you haven't joined a Familia, I believe all of our spots are filled up. I'll have to double check that, but we have a lot of applications to get through, and if you guys haven't been selected at this point, it's time to start scouting elsewhere. If you're part of a Familia, you want to leave, you want to rank up, get to a bigger, better Familia, today is the day. Once you leave, you got 24 hours. So like, if you're watching this video before like 10 p.m. tonight, leave that fam. If you haven't, you're gonna lose out. Like, basically, if you're not part of a fam, you're not going to get your rewards. That's just simply how it goes. Like, it pays to be part of a Familia. Even a crappy Familia, it still pays to be part of it because you can still get those rewards. It's rewards you wouldn't get otherwise. So, do all your preparations, guys, because 10 p.m. tomorrow, no one can join a Familia. It's locked down. It's done. Now, we'll talk about everything here in a little bit more detail tomorrow, but Familia enemy number 1 is going to be Electro Rock. It's a thunder physical and magical attack. They do taunt, stun, and reduce strength and magic. We'll talk about how to address that in the video tomorrow when we're talking in a little more detail about it. So thunder resist is up 30% and earth resist is down 50%. Everything else, including physical and magic, is 0. So plan for that accordingly. That is going to be interesting. And remember, these are all material types, so use your material killers. All the new units are material killers, so use them to the best possible ability. Earth attacks are easy to get through, so use earth attribute unit. Material killer works. Also use assists or armor such as glorious anklets to counter attack, taunt, and stun. We'll talk about how to handle that, because that is pretty complicated, but I think it's going to be pretty easy in the long run. So Familia Rush Enemy 2. Once again, I'll cover this in a lot more detail, and we'll talk about strategy tomorrow. Vent Rock. Wind physical attack with wind magic attack. Unleashes stun at a certain rate. And I believe that's every third turn, or maybe that's the last dude. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Water resist is up 30%. Fire resist is down 30%, and everything else is 0, except Fizz is down 20%. So you want to use a physical fire unit 100%, and you want stun anklets on everybody. My recommendation is just, like, create 3 teams and then just rotate them out. Like, even if you're just doing, like, general grind, you got 7 teams you can build anyway, but just build 3 teams and keep them on, and then just make sure you know which team is which. Should be pretty obvious, frankly, but make sure you know which team is which going in here. So you want an AoE physical fire team for this with material killers, so it should be pretty easy. Finally, Enemy 3. This is going to be a single target attack, per usual. Earth physical attack unleashes poison and strength buff. Also will do all strength element and magic removal. Like, just gone. That's the one here. Uses mode offense, which increases its strength, and mode defense, which it says unleashes strength, magic, and element damage. I think that was supposed to say which removes strength, element, and strength, magic, and element damage. So we'll wipe all that out. So you need to make sure, like, this really nullifies Haruhime, and I think it's interesting. They're really, really, really pushing portions of the game now to favor Haruhime a lot less. I think she's just so broken. So Haruhime simps, she's not so good here. She still have uses, but not as much. So we'll talk about all that. Once again, fire and light are both up. Fire's up 30%, light is up 50%, so you can't even use the swimsuit Haru, who would be really awesome here. Earth, water, and thunder are 0. Wind resistance is down 40, and of course physical and magic are 0. So you want to use wind attacks, and you want to use material killers, and yeah, we'll talk about all this. We'll do a lot more talk about this in a lot more detail in its own video, but no, this is what's happening. These are the 3 enemies. Refer back to these cells, and these, of course, are going to be on the Discord, so make sure you check that out in the news section for the Danmachi news. All right. 7th Zone is coming back. 7th Zone is here every week. If you guys haven't done the current 7th Zone, I've released 2 videos on it, one on each section. even the Thunder Zone one, I was surprised we S-cleared that. Like, I did not expect an S-clear in that bad boy, and it shocked me how quickly we beat that. So if you haven't done 7th Zone, go in there, get your rewards. It is triple rewards right now. If you've never done a 7th Zone, this is the time. You have until tonight. It is gone this evening. So make sure you do your 7th Zone. Go watch both those videos. If I remember, which I never do, I'll put them in the description and in the comments section. But if I forget to, someone wouldn't mind doing that. We'll definitely drop a... it's a quick way to get a love and a pin. So do my work for me, in other words, is what I'm saying. And I will give you something completely intangible, but coveted. Moving on! Heroic Trial is coming. This is the new Heroic Trial. It's for Shakti, Gojira, and I know her name's not Gojira, but it makes me laugh. And Seer. I believe Seer is the one. Yeah, Seer, because the last one we got was for Osvi. I think I've got that right. Anyway, if you guys want to know, my answer is always get the assist bond if you need it. The assist bonds are worth way more. But if you guys haven't done all of the summons, or if you plan to do some paid summons or buy some whale boxes or whatever, wait until those are done before you choose which one you're going to get, because otherwise you could be sitting there like, so I didn't get her, but I bought her bond, and now I've got 6 copies of her. What am I going to do? But definitely make sure you do these, because it does pay out. It's a free bond. And the nice part is, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, even if you don't need the bond, that bond will sell for dupe in the exchange. So it is worth, even if you don't need them, it is worth doing the Heroic Trial. It's a free bond. We'll talk about the other Heroic Trial sometime later on this week, probably tomorrow or Thursday. And then we'll talk about this one over the weekend, so you can prepare for both of them and get them all knocked out. So the other one is timing out on the 3rd, I believe, of August, so you still have plenty of time for that one. This one will probably end the week after that. So there you go. Wargame is back. Not Record Busters, you're going to see in a moment. It is a pre-round for Familia Wargame. The meta is going to be very, 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 very different on this. And I think it is still... I think Jester mixed it up enough, but I think we're still... a lot of people say King 1 was the wall, Jester 3 was the wall, so on and so forth. But if you MLB'd any of the new units are going to be awesome for this. We'll talk about all strategy and all kinds of stuff for this. I think that one would be a really great group video. So we'll see if we can get some guests and stuff in on that before, well, probably around the end of the week when people have gone a little further in it. This one is a bit controversial. We'll talk about this. I dropped a whole video on this yesterday, and I think it is misunderstood. Is it wrong that you can get all the 4-star Hestia campaign? Now, the period on this says it is starting on 7/31. This could be 7/30 in every other region. Well, say not every other region, but this could be 7/31 in Japan. For those of us in North America, it's 7/30, depending on where you are in the world. It'll be some time for you. It says it's running until the end of the year, okay? Simply log in to get all the 4-star Hesties that have appeared so far. Does not include time-limited units. Does not include units that can be exchanged at the casino. That was a question. I said I don't believe any of the free-to-plays are going to be dropped in there. Sorry, EU people. I would love for you to be able to get that Hestia. I'll be real, though. She's more of a prize than she is anything else. She's really kind of fallen off the map in recent times. So I don't think she's worth the chase. Aside from, obviously, farming Iris. It sucks for you guys. I hate it for y'all, but it's just the nature of the laws in your area. And it sucks for everybody, really, because of the recent shift in, those kinds of laws and everything. Rightflyer pretty much is just not doing anything with the casino any further. They had big plans to release like a blackjack game, and they were going to build the casino out and add bigger and better prizes, and it never happened. So it sucks for y'all. I know. I'm sorry, but you can't get the casino Hestia. She will not drop with this, and there'll be no other way to get her. But to be real, like I said, she is more of a prize. She is definitely not... She's not a game breaker by any stretch, okay? The presents will be distributed 1 unit at a time as a login bonus during the period. If you already have a unit, you will earn a bond, which that kind of was like a no-brainer. Figured it was going to kind of be like a heroic trial situation, but what's awesome about that, if you're lacking a Hestia, that means that you will get that Hestia's unit. You don't necessarily need to, like, it won't just be a bond. Like, I'm lacking this Hestia right here. She's like the only one on the list that I'm lacking. You will get her as a unit, not just a bond, if I'm understanding this correctly. Now, that is awesome. That is truly awesome. As that is a big thing. It basically turns all the Hestias in the game into free-to-play units. Now, let's talk about the login bonus, because this was the piece that was really kind of controversial in yesterday's video. I believe, based on the way this is written, it is going to be one of each Hestia. Not just spamming them till the end of the year. It's one of each. Basically, whenever you get to her, you're done. There's no more login bonuses. It's like that's how login bonuses work. A lot of people seem to be under the impression that this is going to be like multiple Hestias. When we get to the end, it's just going to cycle around and go over and over and over again. As awesome as that would be, think about the time that is going to take. Everybody would have Maxima broken every Hestia in the game by like October. Yes. And as awesome as that would be, give us basically a bunch of free like prism bonds. I don't think that they're going to do that. That doesn't make a lot of sense from, you know, the game and the business standpoint. Unless I'm completely wrong on this, I believe it's going to be one of each Hestia. Now, that is information that I was at least given, and that is the part that makes a lot of sense to me. So don't get too excited. This will be one Hestia. When you're done with the login bonuses, they end. The reason they're going to run this to the end of the year is to get people that, you know, have left the game and come back, or people that are new to the game, etc., etc., then they will get those Hestias. So if you, like, you know, quit and come back, or start a new account, or whatever, you'll get that Hestia login bonus. That's going to be awesome for new players. So that's really what that's about. This is not just going to be, congratulations, you've MLB'd every Hestia, because you've been playing the game for 6 months. This is going to be 2 months. This is simply a way to thank the player base and to reward everyone with at least one of each, if not a bond of each. So, and the nice part is they will trade for dupe if you do have them, like the AoE Hestia, the single target Hestia. Those two are Maxima broken. I've got quite a few of these Maxima broken. So that will be a lot of dupe for me, and basically a star bond. A prism bond at some point. So let's just put the brakes on that and set expectations right now, because yesterday's video, even after I clarified it in the comments section, still had a lot of comments with a lot of confusion. So let's just chill on that right now. So, but that's what's happening. It will kick off on the 30th next week, so be prepared for that. Make sure you log in every day to get your Hestias. Labyrinth City Collection. I released a video on this about an hour and a half ago, as of recording this at least. The bell, we just got one more bell login today. That ends bell. Tomorrow, Hestia kicks off. Make sure you log in every day and you spend those tickets. It's free CP items, y'all. Free CP items. No reason not to. And make sure you remember that the dates are all in JP. So, like, what's Thursday for them is Wednesday for most of us. So, your login bonuses happen basically a day prior. So, tomorrow we'll kick off Hestia's. And then we get her for 7 days. And then hers ends. And then Ice comes in. So, Pretty straightforward stuff. I don't think there's another way I can really word that. But it is, vote on your favorite outfit. They're going to base a new unit on that. We don't know what's going to happen, whether it's going to be a gacha, whether it's going to be a free-to-play unit. Hopefully free-to-play, since we're all campaigning for it, but we'll see. We'll see. So, results to be announced after the popularity vote ends for all categories. I don't know if it's going to be one unit or multiple units. Something tells me it's going to be one unit from the most popular. Now, right now, I think the Kid Bell is winning, though I did put a lot into Argo. I feel like the Hestias are probably going to be all over the place, and I feel like the Ises are probably going to be pretty straightforward on hers. But we'll see. We'll see. But make sure you're voting, get your CP rewards, all of that. I've already released the video on it. Reference back to that if you want more information on that. Ending. It says ending 22. This is actually 21 for most of us. This is ending tonight. 7th zone ends. I already talked about that. If you haven't done your 7th zones, hopefully they'll be in the description. Like I said, if not, I'll pin whoever wants to add those in there because I will probably be lazy and forget. Quick way to get hype. 7th zone ends tonight. Make sure you do that. It is triple rewards. It is so unbelievably worth. We just talked about this. Bell ends tonight. Hestia picks up tomorrow. And Record Buster ends tonight. That video should be out here shortly. I'm sorry that video wasn't out earlier. I've talked about releasing a video that talks about every single Record Buster. I really, really, really mean I'm going to drop that here shortly. I'm sorry, guys. The personal life's been a little weird lately. But I've talked about it on stream. I'm not going to talk about it here. But make sure you do this, guys. Finn is a little tricky, but ultimately really easy to get great numbers on. So we'll talk about all that and strategies and all that kind of stuff here shortly. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit the subscribe and notification icon. Here's the full outlook. So tomorrow, Labyrinth City Collection for Hestia. Heroic Trials kicks off. Familia Rush kicks off. 7th Zone kicks ooff. This says Record Buster kicks off. And it also says it's a pre-round from Familia Wargame. I cannot remember a Record Buster that's ever been a pre-round for FWG, so I think that's a misprint, and I think that's supposed to be Wargame. I don't think we're getting a second Record Buster. It wasn't anywhere in the news. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Wargame. I think it's a fair assessment. And, of course, next week, we get all the Hestias. So that's that, guys. Pretty straightforward stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Like I said, if you want to keep up to date with Danmachi, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We'll be back at you guys with more Danmachi stuff. We'll talk about Record Buster this afternoon, and for those of my Dokkan people, we have a lot of Dokkan content coming out today. I'm going to be blasting out videos today that we've been needing to get out over the weekend, so it's going to be a fun day. Stay tuned.